My name is Bob Ernsberger, CEO and Managing Partner of North American Ramps, DBA. Check out our ramps.com. Today we're going to be talking about our 3500 extended ProMaster Ramp System, features and benefits, and show you how this is one of the toughest and baddest and most safest ramps in the industry for you. Today we're going to be talking about the 3500 ProMaster extended ramp system. There are a lot of features and design elements that went into putting this together. We're going to focus on just a few of them today. One is our lightweight extruded aluminum ramp system. We're going to be talking about the stainless steel frame that encapsulates the ramp system. We're going to be talking about our rear camera extension backup. We're going to be talking about our decorative gap panels. And as well, we're going to be talking about our rear torsion spring assembly and our light assembly for the ProMaster. Okay, we're going to start off with the back of the chassis here, which we're going to focus on the lightweight extruded aluminum panels and as well the stainless steel frame. But you will notice, number one, there are no doors. The reason why we removed the doors is because we wanted to engineer a frame design that encapsulated the entire back end of the cargo van. So we have now the tallest, widest, and strongest ramp system in the market because we've utilized every square inch of space by removing the doors. You say, what do you do with the doors? You get to keep the doors. And let's say in 2 years you wanted to trade the van in for resale, you can put the doors back on, you can take the ramp system, put it on another chassis if you'd like to, and now you get the best of both worlds. As I mentioned before, the ramp system is made out of extruded lightweight aluminum, so the entire weight of this ramp is only 200 pounds. The frame adds about another 100 pounds to it. And the frame that we designed is all stainless steel. So stainless steel coupled with aluminum means that this ramp system is built to mitigate rust and corrosion. One of the key aspects about the ramp system, not only the lightweight extruded aluminum and the stainless steel frame, but our rear torsion spring assembly, which is located in this cavity going across the bottom of the ramp. But the torsion bar is about halfway into this ramp system. And what the torsion bar does is it acts as a counterweight so that when you're opening a 200-pound ramp, that ramp becomes maybe about 30 to 35 pounds. Beautiful thing about this ramp system and the torsion bar spring assembly is the fact that the maintenance is so easy. There's 2 grease fittings, one on each end of the ramp at the end of the cams. You might want to grease those once or twice a year to lube it up and keeping operating, but the maintenance is really simple. All right, a couple of the outside features of the ramp system. These are hinge plate covers. You have them for the upper and for the lower. And basically what these do is they cover up the bolts that attach the frame to the chassis. So aesthetically it just looks a little bit better. And same for the top and the bottom. One of the other things to mention too is these are decorative aesthetic panels here. And basically these are just made to cover up the gap so you don't see all the inside of the chassis and the holes that are associated with that. So these are an add-on. Basically, it's 3M VHB red tape. We just stick them on there. You can stick them on there behind the bolts. Really simple to install. Another feature in the ramp system is the fact that we've integrated and welded in a bracket for the light for the license plate, which for all 50 states, it's a federal vehicle motor safety standard. So that's included with the ramp system as well as the wiring kit to put everything together. These are the base plate for the ramp work table legs. Basically this is secured to the ramp, and if you want to use the work table legs, basically you slide them over, put the pin in, and you'll adjust them as you'll see in later videos. This is the ProMaster rear camera extension. This piece here is the original factory OEM, which you can see here, it lines up, goes around. The reason we made it an extension is this plate behind here extends the camera out because the frame is outside of the chassis. So we wanted to make sure that we extended the camera with the extension so that you can see directly behind you as you're backing up. All right, let's open this bad boy up and show you how this rear torsion spring assembly works and the ease of opening and closing the ramp. We have latches here. Our new latching system will be a single bar that opens up and closes, so you don't have to do 2 separate latches. So that's available now. It also has a key lock and another hole for an additional master lock as well. To open this, simply grab the handles. Here's the weight of the ramp, and as I said, the spring torsion bar assembly is the key to this ramp system, which helps reduce the weight of this ramp from 200 pounds down to about 30-35 pounds. Very easy to open and close, lift up, and down, to close again. Now that the ramp system is open, you'll notice the platform space on this ramp is unlike any other product in the industry. The beautiful thing about this ramp system is over 30 square feet of platform space, so you can get on it, you can walk around the entire ramp system. If you need to exit off the side, it's safe to do that. It's safe to come up to the front, and with this ramp square footage, it makes it so much safer than other ramp systems, because most ramp systems that come out sometimes are fold-away ramp systems, and they have maybe a 36-inch ramp, sometimes a 40-inch ramp at best. With the platform area on this ramp is definitely the safest and most efficient for loading and unloading all of your equipment. All right, another important aspect, feature, benefit of the ramp system is that because we remove the doors, we increase the interior cargo space. With other competitive products which have to be mounted inside of the chassis, you already have the doors that come to here, then you have to mount the fold-away ramp systems, which can take up 1 foot to 2 feet plus of interior cargo space. With our ramp space design, you lose no space at all and actually increase interior cargo space. A couple other options and accessories I'd like to share with you too that fit our ramp system and for the interior of the cargo van. We have ramp extenders, which if needed, these help increase the pitch of the ramp. 2, we have an incredible table work legs that turns this ramp system into a work table. And then we'll talk about our interior wall liners, our interior wheel well covers, and our new storage boxes. All right, let me talk about the ramp extenders first. Some of the reason we developed a ramp extender is because some mowers, very few, or even loading a specialized golf cart or a custom motorcycle, sometimes when they come up the ramp, the pitch might be a little bit too great. And when they come over the top, sometimes you might scrape the fulcrum. It's a very low percentage that happens, but because of that, that's why we developed the ramp extenders to essentially increase or decrease the pitch of the ramp so that you can ensure that most everything goes over that fulcrum and doesn't scrape. Let me show you how they work. It's really simple. Take the ramp extender, place it in the ramp. That's one. And you need 2. Same thing. You put them there. So if you have a motorcycle, you can use 1 extender. You can use 2. The other beautiful thing is if you need to get a 4-wheeler up here, you simply extend those to the opposite side. And now you can drive a 4-wheeler, ATV. You can spread those and use those extenders in any way, shape, or form that you like to get motorcycles, golf carts, ATVs up the ramp. Next, we're going to show you how you can take this ramp and turn it into a ramp work table with these simple accessories, our ramp work table legs. To make the ramp work table work, you got to install the legs first. It's really simple. What you want to do is these pins just come unlocked just like that by clamping over them. This you can set to different heights and adjustments so that if you're on uneven terrain, you can raise it up 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches if you wanted to. As well, to fine tune it, there's 2 bolts here, and you can screw this in to reduce the length or extend the length. Once you have that, you make sure these bolts are locked in place and you're ready to go. So again, take the pin out, doesn't matter either side, put the pin through. Once it's through to the other side, put the coupling over top of it, and you're ready to repeat this for the other side, and then we can lower the ramp work table. All right. Once the ramp work table legs have been installed, the pins are secured, you've got your length pretty much set up. You can just kind of look at the ground and tell how long you want to make them. When you put the ramp down, you can make your final adjustments with these bolts. As well, this gimbaled bottom flat foot will adapt to almost any surface. So lower the ramp, and you turn a ramp into a work table. And with a 2,200 pound weight rating capacity, You can put almost anything up here, whether you want to work on your lawnmower, your golf cart, your motorcycles, whatever equipment that might be. This ramp gives you 2,200 pound ramp capacity and the ability to work on almost anything. You can even have Thanksgiving dinner on. Couple features to mention about the interior ramp system on the frame especially is the base plate is here, and this base plate gives you enough room to add in a little bit of flooring in here if you need it, which just makes it really easy to go in and out of the van without a hump on either side. The other thing to mention here is the weather stripping and the conformity of the frame. So as you can see from top to bottom, this is the original weather stripping where the doors closed. So it's important when we built the frame, is we built the frame to contour to the weather stripping all the way around so that it does a couple things. One, it gives it a little bit more better water seal. Number two, it helps keeps out fumes, gas fumes from the outside. So it's important that this conforms like it does, and it serves a very good purpose. The other weather stripping that we put out here this is for the ramp only. So this helps to keep a watertight seal on the ramp, and you've also got the double seal inside. A couple of other products that we manufacture at North American Ramps is our interior wall liners. These serve a couple purposes. Number one, it protects the outside of your van against dents. A lot of times with equipment, whether it's a lawnmower, motorcycle, whatever it might be, once it hits here, it's going to throw a dent to the outside. So the wall liners protect your investment from the inside out. Number two, they're aesthetic, which is nice as well. But even more important than that is they're actually functional, whereas vinyl liners, they look great. They do provide some protection. However, with the aluminum liners, you get the protection to the outside, you get the aesthetic value, and thirdly, you can mount equipment racks wherever you want to. So the sky's the limit on as far as how you want to rack out your system. You can put trimmer racks here, you can put gas tank holders, many different options available to you. As well, these are the wheel well covers. Now we made them square. Typical wheel well covers, wall liners, are basically made to conform to the wheel well. With that said, there's not much you can do on top of that wheel well. We made them square so that they can be functional, where you can store stuff on top of these if you want to. And the optional storage box here, you can mount on top of the wheel well, store additional equipment, where, whatever it might be. And here, and as well, you have wheel well covers too. So multifunctional, protects the wheel liners, storage, protects the interior panels. With the interior wall liners, you get a couple of options. Number one, we have a smooth aluminum finish, and then we have the diamond plate finish, which this is finished in the diamond plate finish. So we make the side panels, we also make the panels for the doors as well, so it protects every aspect of the interior of the van. One aspect to note is that when we install the ramp systems, there's no welding, drilling, or hydraulics necessary. We use all the existing factory bolt holes from the manufacturer, so it's very simple to install. Underneath these hinge plate covers are the two bolts that attach the frame to the chassis, the same bolts that you took off to remove the doors. So we use the exterior bolts, two here, two on the lower hinge from the factory. We use two here from the factory here, the two lower bolts here to install the base of the frame. And there's four underneath here, four holes here, which we matched to the factory, so we don't use any additional holes, welding, drilling, or hydraulics necessary. Pretty simple.